Hey guys, I'm back. Did you miss me? Well, I thought so. Right, I wasn't gonna say anything really about Ghostbusters because what can you really say about this clusterfuck? No, I'm probably giving my hand away a little bit, but at this very moment in time, at 20th of July at 10 o'clock in the morning here in UK, and I'm gonna be quick about this video because we have a freaking heat wave going on here. Well, sorry, that's not technically the term for it. This is the third day of really warm weather here in London, and for a heat wave to be a heat wave, it apparently has to be 5 days, but that's just, you got a little bit of knowledge there. You learned something new today, guys. Right, the Ghostbusters fuck up, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is, to say the least. It's this film hasn't been made with any regards to fans. Fuck the fans. It is pretty much what this film is saying. It hasn't been nice to the old fans. It hasn't taken care of the legacy at all. You can see that in the trailers, and I said I haven't seen the film, but you can see in the trailers, you can see by the attitude of the people, you can see by the attitude of the marketing, that this film couldn't give two fucks about the people that liked this in the beginning, the people that loved Ghostbusters, the people that collected the films, got the signatures from Comic-Cons, autographs, the merchandise, the memorabilia, people that did all of that. Those are the people that this film aims to fuck over the most. And I don't care that they're all females. I thought when I just heard the carte blanche idea, Ghostbusters, it's gonna be 4 women. Okay, I thought, well, the first thing that popped into my mind might be, right, these 4 nerds, well, 3 nerds and Winston, because Winston was fucking cool back in the day. He probably still is. But my thought was, okay, they all became dads, somehow. And yeah, I'm nerd shaming, I'm nerd bashing. But they became parents and somehow they all got daughters, and there you go. It's like, okay, I thought, well, that could be fairly cool. It means they probably have a few issues, dad issues. Might have the God complex issue that want to outshine dad, bigger, better, more hardcore. You had a fantastic plotline that could have been in there, that one of the daughters might have been a little bit pissed off with her dad or something, and she would have actually have been the good guy, or sorry, not the good guy, the bad guy, but in the end becoming good guy, or whatever Disney version you want to. Those were my first thoughts when I heard about it. Then I got to see the merchandise, the marketing, the clusterfuck of the online shit, and someone that's dabbled doing visual effects for, okay, I haven't worked on a budget over 100 million, but I've been poking my toes in a few lesser films and done a few small things. I know that visual effects isn't easy, but wow, that's the... I can't even describe how the visual effects of Ghostbusters trailers has turned me off from wanting to see this. Now, I will see the film sooner or later. I'm probably not gonna spend my hard-earned money and go to the cinema because, well, I'm not gonna be able to sit down and relax. I don't think anyone else can go in and sit down and relax. Whether you be a rabid feminist or anti-feminist or like me in between. Right, yeah, you called me out. I'm a little bit more to the anti-feminist side than feminist side. But none of these groups would be able to sit down and relax and watch a film. Films are entertainment. They're not propaganda. Yeah, I know the cultural Marxist, the feminist side wants everything. Everything must be propaganda and hierarchy of oppressions, and the more disabled you are and the more fucked up issues you have about life, the more good you are, even though you're less privileged. So it's just your mind falls apart when you're trying to dissect the fact that you're competing to not have something that is better than other. You're competing to have something that is worse than others. So therefore you become better than them. Yeah, it's mindfuck like nothing. I'm probably gonna try and do an in-depth video about that, actually sit down and do some research. Because I have a feeling that there might be a topic worth discussing in more than just one video. But back to Ghostbusters. I'm gonna be short and sweet about this, as I said. The heat wave is already on here, and because I had to lock down the studio so I can record without cars blaring and whatnot going on in the background, I'm already starting to cook. It's 28.4 degrees here and it's climbing. It's early in the morning and I'm in the shade so far. The thing that fucked up most about this film is the fact that the people behind the scenes, the production studio, the people that intentionally made this clusterfuck just to piss all over the old fans, to shit on their fandom. They failed spectacularly when it came to prepping the people stepping in front of the cameras. And in this case, it's been Leslie Jones that has been let down the most. Now, I'm one of the first to go and say, fuck your fifis. I couldn't give a shit about your feelings. And the trolling in this bit has been not so much targeting feelings, but it's been aimed at making sure that she gets upset. And there are two sides to me, and one that loves the mischievous nature of trolls. And a good trolling of someone, I love that. I have a feeling that she had no idea what was going on the internet and how internet is. And all the reports I'm seeing from Guardian and the other news sites, they've given me sort of an insight that it seems that these people that seem to report on this, they live in this, I'm gonna get shit from the My Little Pony people, but they seem to be living in this fluffy, rainbow, unicorn kind of bubble world where everything is awesome and everybody's your friend and friendship is magic. There is no one in the world since you were spawned out that has ever disagreed with you, ever disliked anything you've done. This just doesn't seem to exist for these people. Meanwhile, in the real world, no one on this planet has to be nice to you. That's just the shortest way I can express it. There's probably a lot longer, more in-depth to be said, but no one needs to be nice to you. No one is forced to be nice to you. That's it. And the hard truth of it is, even if you manage to become a YouTube celebrity, say Sagan Macabre, 99% of his followers that likes his video probably couldn't give a shit about him if they saw him on the street. And that's the harsh reality. Most of your friends, or I should say quite likely most of your acquaintances, don't give a shit about you. Don't really care, don't have the time, they're too busy living their own life. That's both good and bad, that the empathy is a little bit less in the world, but I'm getting sidetracked here. It's probably because I'm getting cooked. So I'm just gonna round this off. You've seen it on the side, this screenshot I've taken of Leslie Jones' Twitter, and I appreciate the skill set with which this trolling has been done. I do feel sorry for her, but I think if the troll should have a target after this, and depending on how many survived the latest slaughter done by Jack and Twitter, they've already killed off Milo apparently permanently. But some people the trolls should go after are these executives, the people that thought that treating a fandom this way was a good idea. Because I think just like any normal minimum wage job, imagine the call center support people, the people at your local supermarket that stock the shelves and help you get your products on the conveyor belt, they pack your bags for you, greet you at the door, try to keep the store clean, the janitors that keeps the toilet clean, they are the people that receive the shit. But it's not their fault that your favorite goods isn't there in a supermarket. It's not their fault that that item hasn't gone in there. The call center support staff, It's not their fault that internet went down. It's an engineer or a cheapskate up in the management ladder somewhere that didn't buy the appropriate stuff. But you get angry at the person at the wrong end of the scope. And I think that's what happened a little bit to Leslie Jones. So I do feel a little bit for her, even though I think the trolling is hilarious. So I'm gonna read it out here, you've probably seen it already. And she said, I feel like I'm in a personal hell. I didn't do anything to deserve this. It's just too much. It shouldn't be like this. So hurt right now. Yeah, you get a little bit of sympathy from me, but you did put your own name, Leslie Jones, on the contract that you were gonna do a reboot of a cult classic film. Cult classic film still going strong. I forgot to take a screenshot of it, but someone said, sent me a picture recently. I can't find it anywhere. But apparently in their country on TV, more people had seen Ghostbusters 2, which was meh. Still fantastic, but compared to Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2 is meh. More people saw that film than had gone to the cinemas in that country. I just need to find that screenshot again, and if any one of you guys listening finds it, please send it to me at Whiskey the Fox on Twitter, and I'll try to get it back into this video somehow, if I can. But I digress again. Leslie Jones, you might be in a personal hell, and you did do something to deserve this. You signed up to join in on remaking a film. Might have been a little bit fun in your mind, but did you ever consider the original staff, the original fans, the core fans, the people that would have taken their daughters to go and see this and saying, hey, I had a fucking fantastic film when I was a kid. They made it new. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. It's got women, it's got strong, funny female characters in it. Let's go and see this. And then they got to see this. Can you say that you're as proud of that as you would have been proud of having been part of the original Ghostbusters? That's the balance that you have to weigh up there. Some of this shit coming your way, yeah, I saw the wank pictures and whatnot, the jizz pictures. Not the pretty sight. Really, really, just, nah, that wasn't fun. But getting trolled like this, it was coming. Fortunately, you had to be the butt end of that joke, but these things happen. I hope you get back to Twitter, I hope you get back to doing more films, because what I've seen of you otherwise has been quite fun. I know you're not gonna be listening to this, but these are just my thoughts. The troll account, they've learned to go away from the egg pictures on Twitter, and I think that's fairly genius. But if someone has the username of brick1232225551, it's a troll. It's a troll. I know it. Most of the people listening to this video knows it. Virgins, for lack of a better term, that have no idea. They live in this fluffy unicorn rainbow bubble. They don't know that. They don't know to steer clear or how to handle it. I think Milo should give up his careers as a press secretary for Donald Trump, because let's face it, he's gonna be president. Because otherwise we will have World War III. Hillary Clinton will do World War III, but that's videos for another time. I predicted it today, just so you know, guys, but... The troll account tweets back, you can't get away with saying these things. And it's obvious that it's fake, the things below that. Doesn't have enough retweets, it doesn't have enough favorites. It's just something a little bit odd and off about that, considering that you can see the retweets and likes that she has a little bit up on her real tweet. As in terms for the language used, I think these fall very much under the freedom of speech. Uncle Tom Fag Nero needs to get his racist SS out of my mansion. Shit like these make me think that we need to gas these goddamn faggots to death. Anyone that has been bothering to look more than 1 second at this whole clusterfuck knows that Leslie Jones would very likely not talk that way. Not even type, not even write. She sounds quite eloquent when she's doing the interviews, so it's very unlikely that she would be using that language. Also, something for me, the misspellings, the use of certain words just tells me that these are trolls. Leak, these, goddamn, faggots. Faggots like the call sign of 4chan. It's like they're the only ones online that actually use that word, except maybe Milo. Anyway, I keep on rambling here. The only thing I can say before finishing off is have a look at these articles they've been writing about this debacle on Guardian, on... just Google it. And you can tell that these so-called journalists seems to be living in the same fluffy unicorn rainbow bubble where they believe anything and everyone has to be nice to them, that it's their entitlement to the world. No one is allowed to even sneeze a mean word in their direction. Follow me at Whiskey the Fox. Tweet, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm definitely interested in, if you're doing a thumbs down, to hear why you thought it was worth a thumbs down. Until next time, guys, peace out.